Hey everyone, and welcome to Scrap Mechanic. Just hopefully a quick video today. I didn't really plan this or anything, it's just something that I've really been wanting to work on, and this is something I've been wanting to do in real life. As you can see, I've got the Jeep I've been working on. This is the new survival variant, and I've got a wheelchair. The wheelchair is made by, Stealthy Green, and it's one of his real drive creations, which is absolutely awesome. It even fits in all my buildings, just barely. He shoved it in the bathroom one day and it was hilarious, but either way, I want to get it in the back of a Jeep. I want to figure out a way that no matter how big the Jeep is, no matter what you do to it, you can open up the back and get a wheelchair in it. Those of you that are regular on the show will know about Michelle, and that she's sick, basically. Lyme disease, bunch of stuff. And my dream is to have a Jeep I could live in if needed, like an overland Jeep. Everything you need to live in, so on. Like an RV. But, wheelchair. So, I've been spending the better part of 2-3 years going over ideas and designs to get one into the back of a Jeep, and I figured it's time to finally do it. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 long by 5 wide. 7 by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then, which is good, right between these. So I can probably put the main pivot like right here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, it's a little bit long. In real life, one would fit, but in this, it's a little bit long. So, what I'm thinking with this one specifically is, or in general, I'm thinking of basically, I'll explain with this specific one in a minute, but either way, I'm going to actually get into building this so you can properly see my idea. So if I do something like this, I'm gonna have to mirror it because it's probably going to not attach to itself, if that makes sense. There's nothing going to go across, it's just probably 2 arms that come out depending on the height, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. In this case, I might need to do a little bit more modifications than I thought, but I think this is going to be worth it. I'm going to use wood for now. Get rid of that piece. And then same with that one. Come up, and then I'm going to do, I guess I could have just knocked those over. I'm going to put this like so that when it goes up, it helps with the collision against the roof. I'm going to open this again, and I also forgot to put a little stick on here to help support the weight. Because Jeeps may be great, but there are parts like the tailgate that are designed very bad. Either way. I'm going to remove some of this. And that's another thing with the real one, I could modify it any way I want. I've even thought of putting a slightly taller roof on them to make this all fit. But for this, I will have to go kinda like so, actually. I'm gonna have to go from this side. I don't want any glitch welding at the moment, so that's why I'm kinda being a bit more specific on where everything goes and trying to really, I don't know, make sure it works as well as it can. And like I said, this is more of a proof of concept at the moment, not actually building it. Actually, if I used pipes here, they would... Excuse me. I just downed a bunch of coffee, so I can't stop burping. Either way, I'm going to actually remove the tailgate and the spare tire because they're getting in the way. And really, in reality, it's 1, 2, 4 bolts to take that off in real life. Literally. 1 for the wheel, 1 to 2 for the wheel, and then 2 for the tailgate. Take that off. Okay. Put this back on the lift, and now it's not going to flop all over on me. If I go down like this, and then come over, this would be like the hookup point, and then this can completely fold out. So let's grab a controller. I'm gonna stick it on the axle for now, that way it's out of the way but easy to access. And then we have 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Alright, grab the switch, it should fit. You know what, I'm gonna put it down here as well for now, just for simplicity. Get it off the lift, turn it on so it does exactly what I want when I tell it to. And I'm gonna go down to the second ones and start off with going by 90. I did that wrong. It needs to be 2 and 4, not 3 and 4. 1, 2. There we go. This one's going the wrong way. In real life, you'd be able to use like a RAM or a cycloidal drive or something, I think they're called, and have it like actually adjustable. Or more easily adjustable, not more adjustable, I guess. This one's going the wrong way. But as you can see, aside from a minor length issue, apparently, this should work. Reduce these ones a little bit. Or no, I need to up these ones a little bit. And then I will reduce these ones a little bit. And then I'm going to kind of redo this with pistons. So if I grab a piston, I'll just search it up because I am blind at the moment. One wonderful thing about dyslexia, you can look right at something and it's not the thing you want, even though it is. Like, I was reading through some stuff yesterday, literally saw the words doing business, or it might have been the other day, but either way, I literally looked at the words doing business and I read it as dog biscuits. Like, it's so annoying. Such a big pain in the butt. Okay, so those of you that know scrap, I'm sure you can figure out what I'm doing. I'm going to bring this up the same as I did before, but with pipes, because I'm glad this version works, and in a real one, I believe I could get this to work even better, because with this pivot over here, it would reach out a lot better, which is actually how I'm going to redo this side now that I've got this kind of temporary design done. And no, it's not the greatest, but like I said, if I were to change it, put the pivot here, it would reach out further, and then it would be able to reach in further rather than going back to its basic spot. So remove everything on that side, and this controller can be for this side for now. Oops. I'm going to turn off that one, and I'm also going to rip out the windows, just to make it a bit easier. I should have done that in the beginning. Either way. We now go like so. It falls down, because of course it does. There we go. Okay. Another one, oops, like this with another piston. Come down, and there is the other mount point. And to be honest, adding hydraulics to a vehicle in any sense, whether it's a lowrider or it's for an accessory like this, or even a snowplow or something, adding hydraulics to a vehicle is actually very easy. It's almost as easy as putting your bearings and your controller. Literally, all you need is a pump, which can be electric or run off of the engine, and then just get this connected while I'm kind of rambling. I want them to be in order. Either way, you hook up either an electric pump or one to the engine. The one on the engine constantly spins, so it's not as good, it can wear out as fast, but it can be way more powerful. And then the electric one, obviously a little tiny one somewhere, just routed to a reservoir, and then your RAM. Either way, technically really easy to set up. It's just getting all of your measurements right, getting it in the right space, getting it to go and do where you want, what you want, when you want. But literally, in real life, I would literally just say literally too much. I would do this design. I would put a point here, up, and then a RAM, like, coming back this way that's, say, half extended. And then one on top that comes down. Somehow, they can extend. It's, like I said, it takes a lot of work, but either way. This one needs to go more, not less. I'm trying to get it so it will... Actually, if I go like that, put this out to 60, and then I can move this one out to 60. I just want this to be clear of the roof, which 45 might clear it. Ooh, 45 might clear it. So now I'm going to go to this one and bring it out a little bit. Oops. Like so. And then this one can come out by 2 at least. Yeah. Alright. And then I'm going to go from, that's here. I am now going to rotate this down the rest of the way. And it should, I think it should go out at least one more block. Like so. So now you can see a bit more of my idea kind of working. Just pretend there's like a wheelchair there, whether it's on a rope, a physical like pivot, whatever. And then it goes back in. But I need to tune it in a way that it all goes straight. Which isn't the easiest with that kind of with the bearing there and there. So I'm going to quickly do this design. I'm going to have it pivot here, because this door connects here, but I can easily take out this part of the wall. Unfortunately, in a real Jeep, the rear well actually continues, from what I've seen, I know the older ones do, goes up behind the seat and then all the way to the back. There isn't a little cutout here. So this might not be the greatest way to do this design, but it'll work for now. I'm actually going to put it all the way back there. That will help with collision against that by putting it there. Then we come back down from here. Oops. Oops. Always, oops. I'm always misclicking. I'm trying to build faster than my fingers can move at the moment. Don't you hate those days where either your brain goes faster than your body or your body goes faster than your brain and you know what you're doing, except it's like what you're doing's over here and then what your body's doing is like way over there, if that makes sense. I don't know. But either way, this one should be able to come straight out. So if I adjust this one and this one equally, set them to the right way. If I go 90 and I think it's half. When you're doing something like this, if you want something like before we brought in before they put pistons in the game, we would do stuff like this to make things move in a line. Basically, this one and this one rotate the same, and then this one rotates half. This should come straight out if it was connected. Once again, if I did it in the right direction, it would have. Okay. Ooh. I did that backwards. Let's try 45, and this goes to 90. There we go. Now that's coming straight out. Which is what I was hoping for. Because the arm could come straight out, and then down. I'm gonna go a little bit more. Oops. There we go. I need to bring... Stop it! I need to bring this one up a tiny bit more. There we go. And then... let's have this piston come out for now. I'm going to ignore this one because at the moment I don't clearly need it. So then let's have this piston come out at this point. And then I'm going to bring one down a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now with this design, unfortunately, with this design, yes, it is wheelchair accessible. However, even in a real one, the person in the wheelchair probably won't fit in the chair while it's in the back. Lined up good enough for my liking at the moment. But yeah, in this design, the person with the wheelchair will probably need to be able to at least get from the wheelchair into the seat, and then someone brings it to the back. That's the only bad part of this design, I guess, but for what it's worth, not trying to like be mean or anything, just trying to give credit where it's due. A lot of people, and it's something that people don't think about. A lot of people, just because they're in a wheelchair, doesn't mean they cannot walk. Yes, a lot of people are in wheelchairs because they can't, but some people just, like Michelle, have pain conditions and stuff, and sometimes they can go play airsoft. Sometimes they can't even get out of bed. So, something to keep in mind. Everyone's different, everyone has, like, different limitations and such, but either way, this would clearly connect to that. And then it would kind of hang down. So if we go like this, I'm not worried about the bottom part hitting the floor, it's just for visual. This side works. As far as I'm concerned, this side works. And then, as I was mentioning before, I could even... I don't know if I'm going to do it right now just because of where things are. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get this little bit of my idea out and then I will end off the video. So, oops. If I instead bring this back, like so, let's go by 30 and 15. It is now back to here instead of here, or here. I moved it back 2 blocks, which would fit a bit smaller, or if I simply take out the back seats. I'm just thinking of actually testing this. Because, if I now up this by 15 and this one by 30, it should come out and be the same. There we go. Looks like the same spot. Excuse me. So yeah, basically, this is the idea I've been having. Just an arm or two that comes out, connects up to the chair, and then folds back in. Like I said, this video was supposed to be quick. It ended up a little bit longer than I wanted. I was hoping for like 10 minutes, but whatever. But yeah, this is the idea I'm having. Before I actually start working on it and get a finished product, not product, but whatever, finished design, I wanted to make a video on it. See if anyone else had any ideas, any tips. And maybe someone can relate. Because, like, even though this is kind of pointless, something like this, even in a game, can help someone feel way more included. Especially if it's in, like, a roleplay kind of setting. Like, wow, you did this for me even in the game, let alone real life, blah, 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 you know? Just the way my brain thinks. If you can't do something in real life, find a way you can do it in the meantime. But either way, like I said, if you have any tips, let me know, any advice, anything you think could work better, and heck, even try designing your own accessible vehicle. Submit it to community builds if you want, but yeah, I hope this also inspires you to, I don't know, in some way. But either way, as usual, I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.